What's the deal? We are back again. Back a god darn again, everybody. Salutations, everyone. There's been a lot going on. A lot of comings, a lot of goings. A lot of blunders from the past that have been corrected. But what I will tell you now is, have no fear. The Raider Equinox is not only upon us, but it's amongst us. And your brother Wasted is here to let you know what's going on in the nation. Oh, man. Oh, man. Shit is so real. It's too real. Trayvon Mullen traded for next to nothing. A bag of peanuts and a half-eaten sandwich. Alex Neverwood, Featherwood, or Pleatherwood jettisoned to the scrap heap. And the Raiders are going to have to pick up almost $8 million of dead money. And they're going to have to pick up dead money for the foreseeable future, for the life of that contract. What in the hell is going on? El Rocket 75, acknowledge me. What are you, Roman Reigns or something? So let me get some shout outs. We got almost 150 in the room. Get wasted with your brother. Wasted. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Share this out. Pay your bar tab. Get wasted. Hit that like. Hit that sub button. And share this thing out. We need some more love in the room. We need the love in the room. Raider Roca, what's up, my brother? Salutations, Pena. My guy. It's always what it is. Yo, could have at least put Leatherwood at defensive tackle. Yeah, he's stick framed. Let's see if it would have happened. But, you know, he's not aggressive enough, yo. He would have probably got dominated there too, man. My guy, Tubby Chili, man. What's the deal, man? Where you been? Mike Downs, my brother, man. What's good, man? Greg, what's up, man? In the place to be as always. Frank, what's up, man? 53-man roster. I don't know, my dude. I don't know. I'm looking at some of these things that are moving. Are these UDFAs that good? Are some of these low-round draft picks that good? Or are they going to make some moves here? Because I don't really see a whole lot moving on the scrap heap around the National Football League like we kind of expect. So what in the hell is the deal? Sean Johnson, my brother. Y'all already know, the official producer of Raider Nation Unlimited every day. Ty the Raider, what's up? Raider Gio, my guy. Jose Delos Reyes, my guy, man. Feet wiped. Thank you, brother. It is well appreciated. Now, my God, we got to get into it, yo. We going to get to the salutations as we go through, y'all. Listen, y'all. Like I always say, make sure when you ask a question, put my name so I can see it. Put your questions, answer everything. Let me know. We got a lot to talk about there. It's a big episode, like my man Matt said, man. Big episode, my brother. Thanks, Matt. Yo, Leatherwood has no heart. Melons is made of glass. The Raiders did the right damn thing. You know what, bro? I'll be honest with you. In a way, I feel like the Raiders getting rid of Alex Leatherwood or Neverwood or Pleatherwood just is indicative how bad he must have been for them to look at a guy like Thayer Mumford, who really, to be quite honest with you, had he come out a year early, would have been much higher drafted. You know, this draft really is not a real representation of, you know, the talent level of some of these guys that were in this draft, because some of these guys stayed an extra year. They had an extra year of COVID eligibility. So some of the guys that they were measured against probably should have been gone, right? Then also, some guys didn't play. They opted out. It was a lot of moving pieces when it came to evaluating this draft. And then with us, because the draft was super deep, right? But with us, we didn't have a lot of high round picks because of the Devontae Adams trade and things of that nature. So we got value down there with Thayer Munford. But I never expected for Thayer Munford to have to actually contribute this year. I'm thinking from my perspective, we got a guy that's a young first-round pick. He's going to start. We got Jermaine Illuminor. We got Denzel Good. Denzel Good is ready to roll. He's been out for the year. We got all these back. We got John Simpson, this, that, and the third. I'm thinking, man, we're going to have a surplus of bodies when it comes to the offensive line. I thought that Munford and these guys were going to be able to sit on ice for a year and then be able to contribute. But, man, it's looking like, in Thayer Munford, I'm hearing Mike go on IR, but it's looking like we're in real, real trouble. Because if you're depending on Alex Bars and all of these guys, then you got a problem, dude. You got to go out and you got to address this in a real way. Now, the Darrell Williams thing, we've all been screaming for this guy, but nobody's brought him in. So it's got to be, and Scout said this early on Doxers Live, it's got to be a money thing or it's got to be a mental thing. I don't know this. I don't like to pontificate on some bullshit, but there has to be something wrong because he's too good of a player to still be sitting out there twisting in the wind waiting for a contract. John Q, you are absolutely right, my brother. Your ability is your availability, and that is what's downtown in the National Football League. So some people say that Trayvon Mullen isn't the most motivated football player. I'm not going to put that label on him, but he's definitely been very, very unlucky, and he's been hit with the freaking injury stick a lot, man. Wasted. Been busy working, but always listen to the wasted wisdom. Keep grinding and going for Raider Nation. Thank you, my brother, man. LV Maximus, our official security. No time for the weak and lazy, and that is a factory, my brother. Carton and Newport, that's all. We could have at least got something. But see, my thing is, with some of these guys that we're getting rid of, especially like with Alex Leatherwood, man, I just think that, we could have tried to at least keep the guy around until we had a contingency plan. Like, what was the urgency to cut a guy that you don't have anyone to really, like, what's the urgency to cut him? Like you're killing yourself, you're shooting yourself in the foot when it comes to salary cap ramifications. And that's the way I'm looking at it, because Darren Waller hasn't been paid yet. So that $7 million debt money hit, that's money out of Darren Waller's pocket. Unbelievable, man. Don't forget the nickname Penaltywood as well. That is a fact. That is a fact. We got all the members in the place to be. Ben Bag, Kyle Hope. Oh, my God. Nation Zone. North Kyle, Raider Jesse, my guy, man. Original Raider content creator supporter right there, my brother. So let me look, man. Wasted. That Leatherwood cut sets the tone for what they want to do with the team moving forward. Allegedly, word is he was a cancer in the locker room. The Y7, bro, I never, ever heard a cross word about Alex Leatherwood. Now, I'm not going to do that, bro. I never heard that he was a bad kid. I heard he was a great kid. I never heard a cross word about. I don't see how a guy who is, like, barely making a roster could possibly be a cancer. Nobody's going to listen to a guy like that. He don't have no stroke in the locker room. But, yeah, it's time to win now, bro. But how do you win when you're vulnerable in the middle? Like, we are vulnerable, bro, and I don't really know how they get out of it without going and trying to force a unrealistic trade with a team who's not willing to give somebody up. Now, listen, I circle guys like Andre Dillard. Thought about guys that are on a scrap heap like Eric Fisher that's a little long in the tooth. But let me tell you something, man. It is time for them to address this now, because what we can't have is we cannot have these teams in the AFC West extending drives because we can't get off the field because we can't stop the run. We can't have that, guys. Let me get down here. Josh Davies, my sources say that Mullen got cut because he kept stealing Band-Aids. That is a fact. Trayvon Mullen and Nelly were stealing all the Band-Aids from the Raiders. Come on, Josh Davies. Come on, man. What the heck's wrong with you, bro? Glenn Bailey, maybe they plan to put him on the practice squad so they can have an open spot on the roster. I mean, I don't know what we're talking about here, brother. Wasted. He didn't want to be here anymore for whatever reason. What person are you talking about? We're talking about Alex Leatherwood. If that's the case, man, you got to show me some receipts on that. I have never heard that. I've never heard that Alex Leatherwood say he didn't want to be here, man. Wasted. Not good to not know who's starting at OL. And yeah, man, Jeremy Stoops, that's not a good thing, brother. Yo, we got almost 300 in the room. We need more love in here. Get wasted with your brother Wasted. Alex Leatherwood, Ronald Ollie 2.0, Caesar R. That is a fact. Thank you for the $4.99 donation, my brother. And let me tell you something. Alex Leatherwood is going to go down as one of the biggest busts in the history of the Raiders. Like, he really is, man. And I feel bad for the guy because it wasn't from lack of trying. The guy showed up. He wasn't a jerk. He was a decent kid. But, man, that was a woeful swing and miss. And we owe that all to Mr. One, John Gruden, man. We owe that to John Gruden, man. And I know somebody was asking for me to pull up, man, and I'm going to tell you something, man. Alex Leatherwood, man. You know, I thought Alex Leatherwood was going to be pretty damn good, man. You guys are just giving me all kinds of shit. Man, I go on Twitter, man. I look at Wasted's Twitter, man. People are making fun of me, man. And let me tell you something. Non-Gruden, I'm non-Gruden, man. I'm going to tell you something, man. When I saw Alex Leatherwood, man, I saw Anthony Munoz, man. I'm going to tell you something, man. That guy's going to make a roster at left tackle, and he's going to maul some people, my man. So you knock on wood if you're with me, my brother. And I want you guys to go on ahead, man. And I want you to look at Trayvon Mullen, man. He reminds me of Deion Sanders, man. He's going to come on in there in Arizona, man. He's going to show you guys what time it is, man. So let me tell you something, man. You guys better get on board, man. They're cutting all my players. Josh McDaniel doesn't know his ass from his elbow. I mean, what has he ever won in the National Football League? Yo, all jokes aside, though, no one said he's the biggest bust in the history of the league. He could be one of them. Could be one of them, yo. He could be one of them. Listen, Hefe, what's up? I hope y'all do take Alex Leatherwood as a backup, and I hope he goes there. And as soon as he starts, he's the turnstile that he was here in Las Vegas, and then he gets Patrick Mahomes T-bone slammed. Love it. I think that's the thing, Curtis Williams, I think you're absolutely right. That is what they were pissed off about that they found in Alex Leatherwood's emails. Not Alex Leatherwood, John Gruden's emails. That's what they found. Doc Holland, John Gruden is this era's Jerry Glanville. That's disrespectful. At least Gru actually won something before. Wasted. Dallas cut their starting defensive tackle. What do I think? What I think is we got to go. We got to scout a market, and we got to look. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Kenny, I'd bring him in. I would bring him in. But the way that these guys are, they seem like they have to have a connection to the players that we've been bringing in, man, because they don't like the people that you think they're going to go and move on. They don't. They don't. And that's why I don't even like getting involved in that kind of shit, man. Herm Edwards once said there are two types of football players, ones who love the game and ones who love what the game gives them, as in money. Mike Downs, that right there is the wasted word of the day, man. That right there was profound, my brother. And when we talk about the wasted word of the day, because I think we're going to go back to an oldie but goodie. And this goes out to John Gruden. Injudicious, showing very poor judgment, being unwise. Injudicious is the wasted word of the day. And what I will tell you is this. John Gruden has shown that his judgment and talent evaluation was very injudicious. He was a hack. And that's the reason why I attack that man every day on this show. F him. Watching some highlights from the last season, and Leatherwood was getting beat every play like a goddamn drum. Dan Rader, that is a fact, my brother. Y'all, we got 351 people in the room. We need more love. Let's get this thing up to 400 people in the room, man. We love it in here, man. The Raiders are the new Patriots. All of them are going to want to come play for the Raiders by Game 5. I hope that you were talking some true stuff, my brother, the healing power of sleep. This is the first time I've seen you in here. Welcome. But let me tell you something, man. From your lips to God's ears, we got to get to a point where we get a winning culture. That's why I'm so, I'm not normally the kind of fan who's really, really crazy and I'm normally more measured. But this season, I feel like they got to take all the big swings that they can because you have to establish a winning culture right now, brother. Right now. Let me scroll up here, man. Let me see something here. I just missed one. I saw one that was real good. Jamal Williams. Gruden was past his prime as a talent evaluator and play caller. See, Jamal, the crazy thing about the whole Gruden experience was Gruden was past his prime all the way around. Some of the things that he did, football is always football, that he did with Derek and, the maturation of Derek. I think some of that's a tribute to Gruden, making him tougher. You can give some of that to Gruden. But to be really, really, really frank with you, I think Gruden was out of his league from the start. And to be honest with you, he was never a great talent evaluator when he was in freaking Tampa Bay. He was horrible, man. He ruined that. He ruined the Super Bowl team. Leatherwood can get DC killed. And Pineapple, thank you for the $5. The $5 donation to this channel. We really, really appreciate that, my brother. And I'm going to tell you something. That is the main thing I was concerned about. I never wanted my brother DC to get hit. And I'm going to be honest with you. I think I need some help, man. I'm melting down here because we don't have enough thick frames. We don't have enough people in here. And I need to bounce some of these ideas off, man. So what I did was I had to call up one of my Pick Six brothers. And guys, I don't know if you've seen this brother, man, but he's the hottest thing sweeping the Raider Nation, man. Yo, give it up for our brother, my brother, your brother, my man B. What is the deal?
Yo, what the fuck's going on, brother?
Man, I don't know. You tell me, bro. The people that
shit, man,
are not. What are you thinking, brother?
It's a crazy day. It's a crazy day, bro. Like, between the whole Mullen thing, to me was just unexpected, right? I mean, and the Leatherwood thing, I'm not surprised, but I guess I'm just disappointed in another bad pick, by the last, regime. And yeah, man, it's just fucking crazy. Right, and there's like fuck.
B, you sounded like Max Headroom, brother. You sounded like Max Headroom, my brother. I think when you you sound like see, I forgot you young, man. You sound like a computer right now, brother. You good now?
Yeah, you good? Can I hear you? Can you hear me?
I'm good. I can hear you now, brother.
All right, yeah. So essentially, man, I'm happy that the front office is just like, fuck it, we're gonna eat the fucking money. You know what I'm saying? And we want the next best man on, who they believe to be on the roster. And it's just crazy, man. I just wasn't expecting it, brother. Just wasn't expecting
I definitely wasn't expecting it. Look, but the thing is, man, what do you think they're gonna do to kind of plug up some of these holes? Because the answers that we have on this roster are not the answers for the test, brother. When week one comes around, look, if this is what they're gonna trot out there, we especially see. I was fine with the defensive tackles as long as Big Hank was playing, but now Big Hank isn't playing, and I'm hearing he might go on IR. If Big Hank goes on IR, we are in trouble.
Yes, on both sides of the ball, like from the line standpoint. I mean, we've been screaming this shit all off season, right? I don't know, man. I don't know if they're planning on moving thin framed Klee in, on some rotational type shit, or, I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do, man. To be honest, I really don't. maybe we pick somebody up that gets cut from one of these other teams. You know what I mean? Or, maybe after this whole Waller situation, we get something else dialed in. I really don't know, bro, at this point.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
brother. I don't know. I mean, look, he said Raider Nation. Paul Johnson, thank you for the comment, my brother. He says Raider Nation is cutting off the gate. It set its sails. The autumn wind of never-ending commitment to excellence. Now we can take off to the promised land at the top of Mount Davis, baby. God damn, I feel like I just heard the national anthem with that comment.
Right.
I hope you're right about that, my brother. But you know what? You don't get to the top of the mountaintop if you get cut at the knees before you get there. And the main thing you got to do is you have to shore up your interior. You have to make sure Derek Carr is protected. I don't know if Jermaine Illuminor is the answer.
And who's okay now that Leatherwood, obviously we were counting him as a second stringer at best anyway. But it's like, where does the offensive line stand? So you got Miller at left tackle, Parham at left guard, obviously Andre James at center, and then who's your right guard and who's your right tackle?
So what you got Illuminor, you got Lester, soft as the doctor's cotton.
So that if it's Cotton at guard and Illuminor at tackle, like that's just it's subpar to me at best.
Yeah. Because I was seeing Cotton starting to get exposed. So,
and so that's definitely concerning. These guys are going to have a real test, come week 1. I mean, we already know the pedigree. We already know what the Chargers, what the Chargers have.
My man, Keelan Cole.
Keelan
Cole, man.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Not my man, Keelan Cole, man.
Wow. I'm going to be honest, bro. I thought he was poised for a number 2 position, bro, but I guess it's the next man up.
Bryce High Stakes Cosby. Cut. The roster is out, everybody.
The roster's out?
The roster is out. The Raiders roster's out. And let me tell you something. Your boy Wasted is going to bring it to you. We're going to break it down live, and that is why the great team is on here, man. The Raider roster. I'm bringing it up now. 2022. I'm hyping it up because I'm doing it in real time, and I don't want you guys to see any dead air. We got almost 400 in the room, and you need to get wasted with your brother Wasted.
Hey, send it to IG to me so I can look at it too while we're talking about it.
B, you know I'm a boomer. That is a hard task for me.
my man's really showing his age right now.
B, I mean, come on.
Where
bro.
are you getting it from?
I might send it to you through snail mail.
Hey, you gonna send it to me? You gonna send it to me on horseback or what?
I'm gonna send it to you through Western Union, bro. Horseback, like. All right, look, I'm gonna send it to you. All right, so now the Raiders waived the following players: Alex Bars, Curtis Bolton, Isaiah Ike Brown, Bryce High-Stake Cosby, Quintero Cole, Cole Furtheringham. He sound like he got money anyway. He'll be all right. I know he sound like
he comes from rich family or something.
I know Cole Furtheringham III. Right? Chase Garbers. Wow. Chase Garbers cut. They're probably gonna bring him back to the practice squad. Alex.
That's what I was thinking.
Jordan Meredith. Bamidele Olaseni. Dylan Stoner, the GOAT, finally got cut. Myron Taglialoa Mosa. Zach Van Valkenburg. Austin Walter. Shout out to Austin Walter, man. He played a damn good, preseason, man. Hopefully somebody picks him up. And Isaiah High-Stake Zuber. Release the following players: Keelan Cole, Orion Asu, Matthias Farley, Darius Phillips, Kyle Pico, and Hollister. Jacob Hollister was placed on the injured reserve list. So, bro.
What's the official 53? That's really what I want to know.
Now we gonna see, brother, because All these guys are out of here, right? So
Where'd you did you send it to me so I can look at it? Where did you get it?
you now, homie. I'm about to send it to you on the gram. About to send it to you on the gram. I'm sending it to. Damn, I'm gonna send it to where the fuck are you at, bro?
You just send it to the group.
What group?
Whichever group, fool.
You on some bullshit, bro. You on some real bullshit right now, bro.
Hey, I've been on my bullshit. What you mean?
Yeah.
My whole life.
Gruden was in over his head. You think Del Rio should have been given a chance to redeem himself? Black Raider WP, no. I think Jack Del Rio was a bad coach from the door, right? And I just think that when you moved on from Jack Del Rio, you don't go and circle back to go get a guy who was past his prime. They should have went out and got a guy like, I'm not saying he was available, but a Kyle Shanahan type of coach, a young, innovative, smart coach. You know what I mean? Josh McDaniel wasn't ready at that time, but I like what they're doing with getting to Josh McDaniel because now you have a guy who has been proven as a coordinator. He's been around the block. They got rid
of Pecco too.
Yeah, I was saying that. Yeah, so Kyle Pecco's gone, bro, and I knew they were going to get rid of him.
And they put Jacob Hollister on injured reserve.
Yeah.
And they traded, obviously, Mullen for the draft pick. I wonder what round.
Sports radio. That's why Keelan Cole got cut, bro. Brittain Brown has made the team.
Wow.
Let's give Brittain Brown a round of applause because we needed that kind of physical back. So they kept more back. Oh, yeah, they did your Usos wrong. Yo, Samoan. They did them wrong, bro. They did both of them greasy, Samoan. It's crazy out here, bro. They did them greasy, man.
Bro, what round pick do you think we get for Mullen? Like a third or fourth rounder, or something like a fifth or a sixth kind of?
No, we got a conditional. We got a seventh conditional with a sixth, depending on how much he plays.
Bro, come on, dog. Like, and we still have a Meek on the roster.
You don't see him as one of the cuts, so Meek made it, brother.
That to me is like I'm very shocked that we trade away Mullen.
Webb made it too.
And Webb, Webb, he earned that spot, but
shout out to Darian Butler. The great Darian Butler made it.
It's crazy.
Bro, it is going crazy. Yo, Samoan Raider is in the place to be. The legend.
Hey, yo, Samoan, I'm gonna be out in Vegas on the 1st, brother. So I know you and I were talking about it on the trip. Let's get together and hoop, brother. Let's hoop.
What y'all play basketball? Y'all hooping?
Oh yeah, we play basketball. We're playing basketball.
Okay. Yo, I'm gonna pull up on y'all.
All right, pull up.
Coming out there. Yo, I don't know. Yo, Simone, look, on the real though, all jokes to the side, Tagovailoa, we knew he wasn't going to make it. He had a decent game when they played against Miami, but he didn't do enough to make the roster, right?
You think that they signed him back to the practice squad or what?
Yeah, I think he might, but you know what the thing about that practice squad situation is? A lot of these guys that they've let go, they have guys that are more established players that they can sign. I don't think Tagovailoa is one of the guys that they're going to sign to this roster.
Right.
I just don't, man. I really don't. But Kendall Vickers made it. Kendall Vickers.
He's playing defensive tackle, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's like a defensive. Yeah. So look, SE Experience. Thank you for becoming a member of the channel, my brother.
Shout out to SE Experience.
Yo, shout out to him, yo. He said, "Yo, you jinxed my oos." Yeah, I did jinx him, yo. I did jinx him. Look, I told you he was gonna get cut some more. That's my fault, bro. I'm sorry, man. It's all good though, bro. It's all good. Wasted. How many tight ends did we keep, bro?
Was it 3 or was it 4?
Look.
The article that I got that you sent me is all the cuts and all the people that they, waived and released.
Let's see who made it. Now, yo, they say Palomalu made it. So Simone has been redeemed, everybody. Oh, my God, yo. The NFL bots are in here, man.
Hold on, time out. Did he make it?
Yo, he might have, bro. I don't see him as one of the cuts.
I was gonna say I'm over here looking at it. I don't see his name, bro.
They say Amik is not good. Amik is a Raider. You gotta
Bro,
embrace. They gotta have Amik playing in the slot, yo. My brother, man. Thank you, SC Experience.
I ain't gonna lie though. If we have him in the slot, dog, I want him as like the second string slot, or like somebody who comes out like if it's a dime package and like he's the fourth, or potentially like, you know what I mean, or in quarters or something like that. Like I don't want him out there all the time, bro. He used to be getting burned, dog. It don't.
But the way he plays, how aggressive he is, when you play in the slot, you want to keep the play kind of in front of you and make that tackle. I think Amik is perfect for the slot. I really do. And I think he's a guy that if he plays 30% of his snaps in the slot, I'm cool with it. You know what I mean? If he plays well on special teams, I'm cool with it. I think.
Oh yeah, like as a special teamer, you know what I'm saying? Going on a headhunt, or like I said, in certain packages, you know what I mean? Like on a third and long or something to keep the guy like maybe in a zone scheme and keep the guy in front of him, make the tackle to, not get a first down. I'm cool with that. But like until he can prove me otherwise, or like prove the nation otherwise, really, he shouldn't be getting a lot of burn, bro.
Bro, the thing about him is, man, I've heard many people say that he has been killing it in camp. The effort that he's been given has been awesome. And the thing about that kid is, you're saying that, but last year against Mike Williams, Amik stood tall against a guy that is about 6'6". Amik has talent, brother. I think you're sleeping on Amik a little bit, bro. I like Amik. Man.
I mean, this is my thing. Like I said, the only thing, the biggest thing that I have in my head of him is like the very first series that he came out on, he got burned and got his boot smoked for a touchdown, bro. And like that, just ever since then, it's just been, and I know like after that, he had a couple games where he had like some decent games and shit like that, but he's too inconsistent, So it's like a prove it to me situation with him.
Yeah. I mean, and it's definitely that, bro. But bro, listen. They said Amik special teams. Okay, I'm good with that. In-game situations, no way.
And that's kind of what I'm saying. And if it is in-game situations, like only on certain like dimes or quarters or like certain packages where you got, 4 or more DB, like 4 to like 6 DBs, you know what I'm saying? Like out there. I don't know.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. But the thing is, the way I'm looking at it, I'm getting attacked by bots.
I said 4 DBs. I mean like 4. I mean like I said 4 to 6. I mean like 5 or more. Excuse me, 5 or more DBs out there. So, essentially at least 3, but more like 4 corners. You know what I'm saying? Like 4 corners is really what I like. For the 3 corners out there that I want to see Averett. I want to see
Austin Walter got cut, bro. Austin Walter. I'm sorry, B. Austin Walter definitely got cut, man. My bad. I mean,
now you good. I mean, like starting out there, I want Hobbs in the slot. I want Yasin on the outside, and I want probably Averett on the outside. And so maybe as a fourth guy coming in, I might even want Webb, over Amik. So it's like Amik is like, at that point, like the 5th option, if that, at corner specifically. You know what I'm saying? That's where I would want him.
Yeah, but see, bro, we got to look at this thing. We got to look at it more abstract than this, right?
Right.
How many of these guys are really going to be playing on a day in, day out basis? We got to look at this from the perspective of, yo, is he good in special teams? Can he play in the slot and be effective at times in certain subs and stuff like that?
Yeah, because
after Graham used these guys, he's going to put them in the best situation to be successful. So
that's
secondary, I'm okay with who they kept in the secondary.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Like a dime package is where you got 4 corners and 2 safeties, right? And a quarters is even more. Like just in like heavy and like a pass heavy, DB heavy, set where you're running a certain zone. I don't know, man.
It's not gonna be a guy though, bro. So because you got to look at it from this perspective, right? You're gonna have Averett, you're gonna have Lock Yasin, you're gonna have Nate Hobbs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you got some guys that are some big physical corners like Webb. It probably.
That's what I'm saying. I would rather have I put Webb even over Meek. So like at that point, he's the fifth option in the cornerback room, and when it comes to playing in a game outside of special teams.
Yeah, but then when you got to look at it from this perspective, if you're gonna put a Meek in the slot, right, and he's effective in the slot, like I suspect that he is, then now you're talking, right? Because I think Meek has been shining in the slot. I really do, and I think that's why they kept him, because they have to have somebody that can play that role the same way Nate Hobbs did. Now nobody's gonna play that role the same way Nate Hobbs did, but Nate Hobbs is looking like they're gonna line him up outside.
Personally, I hope they don't move Hobbs outside unless he's just that dominant and he just becomes that guy. Bro, I'd rather keep him in the slot because of how good he is in the slot. You know what I mean? But that's just me.
I mean, to be honest,
maybe certain situational matchups where the players are the other team's players, and like their wide receiver room, and that a Meek can match up with a certain guy on their team if he comes out in a certain package, like in a certain offensive formation or something like that, and you rotate him in like that. But it's like, I don't know, man. It's just
listen, I think you are underestimating the Meek, and I think
I hope I'm wrong.
Listen, I'll tell you right now, you're definitely wrong.
Well, I hope I am wrong. I
think a Meek is gonna show improve. Listen, the Raider Equinox upon us, B. You gotta be more positive. It's upon us right now. Well, let me read this super. Wasted. The Raiders updated the depth chart. It has no one listed as starter at right tackle and 2 backups, but no one listed as starter. All of that kind of stuff is semantics, bro. So they have 52 players on the roster right now, from what I'm seeing. So maybe there's a move afoot. I'm hoping there's a move afoot. Because let me tell you, man, if we don't go and address this, we are in trouble. My brother Digital Prez, man. Hey, thank you for the $4 super chat. My brother GA, Digital Prez, man. Prez, you ain't have to do
Prezi was goody. Hey, I've been meaning to reach back out to you, brother. I'll tap in with you a little bit later today, by the way, brother.
Yo,
hey, Prez, but happy birthday to your mom, man.
Yo, I don't know if you really want B saying happy birthday to your mom.
Nah, bro, I wouldn't. I'm not disrespectful like that.
Yo, he is speeding right now, so he stop playing right now. Prezi, he said, "Where's it be? Hope all is well. Just stopping by. His mama's B-Day, 39 beautiful years today. Damn, yo, tell your mother happy birthday, yo. That makes me feel. That hurts my feelings right now that your mother is younger than me. That hurts my feelings, bro. That hurts my feelings. Now I know I'm an old fuck. His mom's is younger than me, bro.
Yo.
Crazy, yo. Jesus Christ, yo. Yo, we got 6 defensive tackles plus Clee, yo. Wait, they said, yo, B, don't live and drive anymore, yo.
I know. You know, it's funny. Because I told you earlier I was gonna pull up, but I've been out running around and doing some errands and shit. So I was like, you know what, man, I'm gonna go pull up on my guy real quick, man.
Yo, and I appreciate you, my brother.
Yeah, yo, 100%.
Yo, told you Keelan wasn't making a roster. Oh well.
You know what? Right. I was gonna say one of my homeboys, Emilio. Shout out to my boy Emilio. He said the same thing like a month ago, and I was like, really? I was like, you think? But he's like, nah, bro, I don't like him. He's like, I don't think he makes it. I was like, all right.
I think it's because of Brittain Brown. I don't think it's because he was bad. Like Vinny B said this earlier. I had to give him his props, right? Listen, we'll shit on you when it's time to shit on you. When it's time to give you your flowers, we'll give you your flowers. Vinny B said this morning the reason why is because they knew if they put Brittain Brown on the practice squad, he was going to get swiped. So they released Key Lime. Because everybody says it sounds like I'm saying Key Lime when I say Keelan Cole. They released him, jettisoned him off. They kept Brittain Brown on a 53-man roster, and they're probably going to find a way to bring in another receiver. So, look,
man. This is the thing that I was talking, and I know I hate to sound repetitive, especially from yesterday, but it's like, this is the thing, man. Like, I feel like McDaniels is good with getting these no-name guys and developing them. You know what I'm saying? Like, we already got, like, catching the ball, between, our tight end, our slot, and our number one guy. It's like we already got enough going on. So maybe they feel like, you know what? develop these no-name guys and maybe make a solid number 2 option out of one of these guys. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not going to need to have that big of a pivotal role. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a juggernaut right now, bro. It's a fucking juggernaut is what we got. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yo, he said Prez must be young. He still don't know not to tell a woman's age, especially his
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Prezi is young. He's got a good heart though. He's a good dude. He's a solid cat, man. I fuck with Prezi.
OP, the nation got to learn to stop questioning every roster move. The old regime was trash. The new regime knows how to evaluate and build a roster. Trust the process.
Right.
And front office.
Right, and that's what going back to that, and I hate to obviously we're on this year and we're on this time, but it's think about how this roster is going to look next year, come next off season, when these guys have another draft and another off season to be able to get some more more people to solidify both sides of the line. You know what I'm saying? I know we're not on that time right now, but it's I just like the direction that we're going with this roster and how they're making just bold moves. You know what I mean?
You got to understand something for me. For me, it is playoff game or 2 or better because they have to.
Has to be.
It has to be, bro.
Has to be.
If you inherited a playoff team, you got to take it to the next level, bro.
Ideally, we'd like to win, the division, right, and fucking have a first round bye. Everybody, that's every team's goal during the season. But at the end of the day, even if you have to play in a wild card matchup, you need to at least win that wild card matchup in order for the season to be considered a success. Because at the end of the day, we went 10-7 last year, made it to the wild card, and lost. Now, mind you, the Bengals did end up going to the Super Bowl, and I underestimated the Bengals and the strength of their team and their offense. You know what I mean? And I was kind of proud of the Raiders given all the turmoil last year that happened, and then to see them, lose to the people that almost won the fucking Super Bowl, essentially.
Yeah.
It was okay, we got a team. We got a solid group of guys. You know what I'm saying? So it's exciting. You know what I mean? But ultimately, yeah, it's you need to win a playoff game or 2. I couldn't agree with you more, Wasted. I could not agree with you more.
So, Dick, let me get to some of these comments, yo. Terry for 30. We got 40+ million in dead money. All of our major players are signed. We should be able to compete with this current roster, draft well, and we'll be in a sweet spot in the next 4 years for Super Bowl runs.
I think realistically, bro, it's within the next 2 to 3 years, including this year. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. And I'm not trying to just shit on this year. I think we're gonna do really good this year. But it's ultimately the goal every year is to win the Super Bowl, right? And that's where the mindset needs to be. But I'm with you, Wasted. It's if we don't win at least 1 or if not 2 playoff games, I'd like to even see us in the AFC Championship.
Yeah, you got to keep things cooking and rolling out here in Las Vegas. They're trying to establish a winning culture. You got to understand the people in Las Vegas and on the West Coast in general. Oakland is a different breed. Oakland is almost like an East Coast city. People in the East Coast will go and watch a shitty football team go 1-15 and show up every game. Out in California, you being from California, you know this. It is too much shit to do for people to watch bad football. And in Las Vegas is such a transient town. The Raiders have to get control of that town right now.
And that's with everything we got going on, we're trying to, I don't want to say bring Oakland into Vegas, but essentially we are, bro. We're trying to bring we're trying to bring the culture of the Raiders to Sin City, at the end of the day. And
which is almost impossible. It's almost impossible because what they've done is for them to pay back what they did and the money and all the things and the moving parts it took to get that stadium in Las Vegas. They've had to price out Joe Neckbone, the average person, the average fan like us. And that's the reason why platforms like this is so popular. Because
100%.
we become the pulse of the real Raider Nation.
Because we're doing it for the culture, bro, at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's the culture. Whether it be Oakland, LA, or back to Oakland, however you want to look at it, like California is the culture of this shit. You know what I mean? And now, obviously, with the Raiders moving to Las Vegas, they're becoming more corporate and more. They probably want to become more family friendly and all that. But it's like, bro, at the end of the day, like, you got to respect the history. You got to, you know what I mean, behind the shield. You know what I
And you
mean?
can't just wash away people who are lifelong.
No,
I'm not saying that the Raiders are doing that, but
right,
what we realize is the Raider equinox means something. Everybody
right.
thinks I'm joking and I'm clowning around, but
No, it's real shit though. It's real
it's
shit.
real. We need to line this up with Derek Carr's prime, Devontae Adams' prime. Max Crosby coming into his prime. So they got to go out and shore this stuff up. But
Well, and that's
let me get to this guy real quick, B. I totally disagree with what has this regime proved. As Raiders, nothing, not a dang thing. Moving forward, they will be questioned on every decision until we just win, baby. Past the Raiders. I'm gonna push back on you, bro. They proved a lot in the National Football League. Just go and check their record, bro. Check their file. See,
I mean,
erase their history in this league, brother. Go ahead, bro.
I think he's talking about within the most recent years. What I will like, if he's talking about overall history, like, he's tripping on that. But if he's just talking about more recently in the recent years, maybe even outside of last year, like, I understand where he's coming from. But it's like, let's look at last year and all the shit that happened. Everybody knows. I'm not going to get into it. And the fact that we pushed through all that bullshit and still made it and competed with the Bengals. You know what I mean? And I know we deserve better and we should expect better. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the off-season moves. But it's like this regime, the front office, they have a good resume with their past team, and now they're re-signing the cornerstone pieces to this roster. In some re-signing Derek Carr, getting Devontae. Now they got Max locked in. Now they're working on Waller, and so they're setting these cornerstone pieces up to where it's like, okay, we're signing them all to 4 and 5 year deals, and let's see what's going to happen in this, next 4 to 5 year window of opportunity, because it's either make it or break it within that period, and it's either going to be a success or a failure within that period. You know what I'm saying?
Jack Kenner, this season will be won or lost in the trenches, and that's what I was saying earlier today, my brother. And I gotta say something, man. Hard conversations. B, Rome wasn't built in a day. We're off to a great start. Last year, the playoffs was a hope. This year is an expectation. The equinox is the issue.
100%. Couldn't agree with you more. Hard conversation.
I would say some hard conversations. Rome wasn't built in a day, but I don't think Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler have been asked to build Rome.
No.
They're just asked to come in here and kind of give Rome a makeover. They don't have to build Rome. So that's the reason why we're being so hyperbolic with some of this stuff. Because we can see that they're only 3 players away from being probably the best roster in football.
Right. Just talk that shit, bro. Talk that shit.
Wasted. We're not old. We're classics. Gangster. That's right, bro. That is right, yo. Yo, they have a mentality of players who are all about football. And you know what? I think too much is made of that elite med staffing. And thank you for pulling up, because I heard John Gruden and Mike Mayock say that the whole time. Oh, he loves ball. He loves ball. My thing is, you can love ball all you want. Can you play the shit? And are you gonna be healthy to play it?
Right.
That's
this is my thing. I know about Netway doing too much. But was Mullins was he really trying to become a rapper or some shit?
Bro, all these jokers are trying to become bad rappers.
Bro, I just don't me, you, and Docs. I think we've touched on this before. It's like, bro, you're okay. Pause, 100%. But I'm saying we've talked about this before in the sense of bro, you're a fucking NFL corner or an NFL whatever. You play football for the National Football League, and you're gonna make millions of dollars, and you're out here trying to do too much. It's like that shit's out, bro. Stay focused on
they talk about, oh, he loves ball. What ball do you love? Do you love actual testicles? Do you love football? Do you love an 8 ball? Do you love pool balls? Or what ball do you love?
Yeah,
I want to hear that. Yo, wait, King. Yo, at Wasted, is B related to Mitchell Renz? Yes.
Nah.
Is Mitchell Renz's evil twin brother? Whatever Mitch does, B does it.
Oh, I'm on demon time compared to Big Bro.
Yeah, definitely. So you're gonna have B up in here. Hey man, if you do a line off my stomach,
Shout out to my boy Mitch, man. He was actually out there with us at Adelanto for week 0 kickoff, and I'd met him prior before in Vegas and shit like that too. But yeah, bro, we were all rocking the Airbnb talking mad shit, bro.
Good dude, right? He's a good brother. And there's another good brother that opened a place to be the king.
What up, big bro?
Doxy and T, what is the deal, my brother? Pastor Raider, a lot of why the comments mean so much to me is because I became a real fan, like a diehard fan in the early 2000s when the Raiders were the winningest franchise in sports, AFC championships. Bro, and I get that, bro. I get that. But what you got to understand is this, bro. We have to, as fans, we got to hold this team accountable. We got to be knowledgeable. And we got to be realistic in our expectations. So a lot of times I hear people come up with these trades. Hey, let's package Alex Leatherwood and Cleveland Farrell and go get fucking Ronnie Stanley from the Ravens. And it's like, bro, that shit ain't going to happen. So don't come in my chat with that. I'm not saying you're doing that, Pastor Raider, but that's the reason why it's good for us to have these kind of discourses and kind of like figure this shit out, right? Wasted. Do you think we'll pick up a cornerback and O-line help? I think that we're more reticent to pick up O-line help than we are
100%.
Help. Because I think at cornerback was set. I think they have who they like. And I think we might be putting a guy like a Darius Phillips, once he passes the waiver, back on the practice squad. And that's a guy that you can elevate just in case, that knows the system that they trust. So I think that might be more of the plan, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
Hot take. Webb is starting by week 15. GA Patriot, if that happens, bro, that means that somebody that's major went down. And I hope that's not the case.
That's what I was thinking too.
So B, so far, any surprises? What do you think about?
Obviously, everybody is surprised by the trade. Surprise for me, obviously, would be us keeping Meek over. Essentially getting rid of Mullen. I just didn't see that happening. I like the Webb. I like that we're keeping Webb. I think he's been balling this preseason.
But that's you know what the funny thing, Ben? I'm gonna cut you off. I'm looking in the comments. I got to get to some of these guys, right? And Kenny's right. Nobody can do nothing without an O-line and a D-line.
100%. I agree.
Webb and all these dudes. That shit really. Cause B, the funny thing the other day when we were on, bro, the main thing you and I were talking about is where are all the thick frames at? Now we're not talking about the real thick frames that we would be looking for had we been in a titty bar.
That's exactly what I think of every time I think of a thing.
Thick frame, I be
but I feel you though,
thinking about Tahiri and shit, and we talking about football. but on the field, what do you think we do to address this right now, brother?
I don't know, brother. I don't know. How many offensive linemen did we keep?
Bro, I'm trying to pull the roster up.
So I know yesterday we said we were going to keep 9 offensive linemen.
Yes, we did.
But with us getting rid of Leatherwood, I'm just curious to see where we're at. I'm hoping we at least have fucking. I hope we at least have fucking 8 minimum, and then at that point I would want 4 tight ends because I want a blocking tight end at that point, a solidified blocking tight end.
Yeah, but we don't have that.
I know we don't, and that's the problem. Bro. And that's the problem. But I'm just saying, like, we need offensive line depth, and that's why I was a little surprised about the Leatherwood cut. Don't get me wrong, I didn't think he was going to start at all.
Something else.
I didn't think he was going to start at all, but I just thought maybe if they didn't, like him, maybe they can try to groom him this year. And try to see if come next year they can throw him back out there or something. Or if somebody did go down while they're trying to groom him this year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just see where his development goes. But
let me ask you a question. And Lee Metcalf, thank you for the for the comment. I want to see the Raiders make an offer for Sue for 2 years, $14 million fully guaranteed. What do you think?
I would like. I mean, as of right now, he's asking for $9 or $10 million, I believe. So I mean, if you can get him. For this is the thing, $14 million guaranteed. This is the thing, though. I would want a 2-year deal with a 1-year opt out. You know what I'm saying? Because he's getting up there in age, so it's one of those things where, ideally you'd like to sign him to a 1-year deal, but if you sign him to a 2-year deal, you just want a clause in there where you can, get him off the roster come next year and not have to eat that dead cap space. So I just don't see him probably wanting to do that. And so at that point, that's probably why he's demanding the $9 million.
I think, like I keep saying to everybody, he knows his value. He knows what we need. Everyone knows that. Nobody's going to play ball with us like that. They're going to try to hold us over the ringer to get the most out of the situation. That's
Right.
the reason, which I may be hearing wrong, but what if I'm hearing from the comments is that we're putting a crown on two individuals that have done nothing for the Raiders. We have hope because of past success. Think about this. We're not crown. What we're doing is we're looking at what they're currently doing. What they're currently doing is what we've been screaming and asking for the longest.
I understand where he's coming from, and this is the thing. Like, I was like biased the opposite manner because initially, because I don't like the fact of, Patriot front office people coming here and it turning into essentially a Patriot culture from the. I just don't like that shit.
This is business.
And I understand that. I'm saying, like, it was my initial thought process.
Yeah, we try.
Right? But now, what I'm saying is now that I've got to thinking about it, and you think about the resume, you think about what they've proved in the league, and then with the roster that we have and the signings that we've been making and taking care of our guys and shit like that, it's like I like the direction that the shit's going. You know what I mean? But at the same time,
now you thinking, my brother. Now you thinking. You're seeing that the Raider equinox has been created because we got coaches in a front office that's not in the Stone Age.
Right. And that was the one thing with Gruden that I didn't like was like first down, run it up the middle,
3 yards
second and long, pass it to a 3-yard out or a swing fucking route. Third down, you never know what you're gonna get. Are you gonna run it and try to run it for 4 yards, or are you gonna fucking? It just was like, bro, this shit is
bugging, bro. He said calling Kelechi Osemele. Kelechi Osemele damn near crippled, bro.
I was gonna say Kelechi Osemele tore both of his ACLs. I think it's a wrap.
Kelechi done. I don't think he's playing any more football.
But you know what? I'm not gonna lie, bro. That was some of our best offensive. Like when we had Penn.
In my lifetime, that's our best offensive line,
bro. When we had Penn, KO, Rodney Hudson, and Gabe Jackson, bro, our line was like those 4 out of the 5, bro, were solid.
Yo, Garareb, this is one of my guys though. Why is Hank hurt again? He just got back from injury. Dude is soft. Dude isn't soft. Dude is old, and he nothing. An interior defensive tackle who weighs probably 345, bro. Guys like that aren't the healthiest in the world. Let's just be for real, brother.
Right.
It looks like Hollister made the 53, but was put on IR. That means he can return during the season, and there is the spot open. So, that is exactly what it means. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go out and fill that with another thick frame. I'm hoping, brother.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at this point. I don't know who, but I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to go after some of the other cuts from the other teams and try to bring some new, like at least a couple new guys in, maybe 1 to 2 people for the active roster.
Problem is that you only got so many spaces. So if you're going to swing, you got to swing, and it can't be this shit that they were doing in the offseason, bringing guys in and cutting them and putting them on IR.
Yeah.
If you're going to go out and you're going to make a move, you got to make it.
You know what? And you know what? Kind of going back to Keelan Cole, and I knew you knew this about Robinson, from the gate. You kind of called Robinson getting cut. But I thought that with Robinson getting cut, that damn near Cole was almost a lock. Because originally I thought that Robinson was going to be higher on the wide receiver hierarchy than Cole. But as soon as Robinson got cut, I was like, okay, well, Cole's damn near a lock at this point. And now that he's getting cut, it's like, okay, who's really going to be this number 2 guy? Who's going to step into this role? You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Raider Scout says he thinks we're getting the edge. I hope we don't and get a defensive lineman. And, bro, the thing is, for me, I'm cool on all of the edge rushers right now. I'm good on that.
I feel like we have
tackles and a right tackle. That's what
we have 2 top 10 talents, maybe even 1 top 5 talent in the league at edge, and then I feel like even our depth at edge is nice. Like I like Coons, and I like I even like Clee coming in as a rotational piece. You know what I mean? Or on certain packages and shit like that. Like I'm not saying he's a starting guy, and he definitely didn't deserve to get drafted in the first round, 4th overall pick. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, as a rotational piece, I still like Clee.
Yeah, that Gannon line was good with Barrett Robbins and all of them. Yeah, but bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. See, the thing about Clee, the thing about Clee is that he's a guy that you can't take on any more dead money. And Cleveland Farrell hasn't been a complete bust. He's kind of been hurt this offseason. They know what they want to do with him. It's a guy that we know that this front office likes. But what I want to really get into more, B, right now, like wide receivers, all that's out the window. Keelan Cole got cut. It is what it is. The thing that I'm really worried about is that there's no real playbook to what they're going to do to address the situation here. Now, people were talking Isaiah Wynn, right? We had him in here. They got a good look at him. We practiced against him. He was in the building and nothing happened. He's owed a whole lot of money. It didn't seem like it'd be a good fit for the Raiders. So now the Isaiah Wynn deal is out of the win and in the woods. I want to see what happens with guys like, Andre Dillard. You know what I mean? Are the Raiders ballsy enough to go out here and make a move and bring in a right tackle? Because I'm going to be honest with you. I know that, Dylan Parham is a rookie and, you know what I mean, he's been looking great interior-wise, but as far as our brother that we got out there now, Jermaine Illuminor, after Jermaine Illuminor, if he goes down, we are in serious, serious trouble, man. Like, the guys that we have
And
here,
Illuminor is subpar to me at best anyways, but go ahead.
Yeah, no, Illuminor is a guy that should be a backup for
Right.
us. So to me, would you go out and leverage a mid-round pick to go out and go bring in and garner a guy who's been a starter?
If you know that the guy is going to be an upgrade at the right tackle position, I say yes.
I do too. I think it's about
at this point, because we not only that, but we need the depth.
At this
not
point,
not only do you need a better right tackle and probably even a better right guard,
but this point,
you also need the depth. You know what I mean?
Yo, at this point, I would definitely do it. Yo, Mario Edwards is available. I think we should take a flyer on Mario Edwards. He was hurt a lot.
I liked Mario Edwards when he was and it was kind of crazy. I felt like Khalil Mack played better when Mario Edwards was playing alongside of him on the line.
Definitely, man. I loved Mario Edwards when he here. Yo, wait, you think we will pick up a wide receiver? Nicholas Gonzalez, I really don't think that's really on the menu right now. We don't really need a wide receiver right now, bro.
It's the focus should solely be on offensive line and defensive tackle. That's it.
Darren Mumford is a rookie, bro. I'm not entrusting.
Isn't he injured and potentially going on IR as well?
Yo, and everybody was saying that he's going on IR. That hasn't been confirmed yet, so I'm not going to say it. But yeah, Darren Mumford could be the right tackle of the future. But the future is now for the Raiders. We got to protect Derek Carr. So my thing is, it's about time for them to go out there and try to leverage a little draft capital to get another right tackle. Keys on the table. But yeah, man, it's time, man. It's time. I'm not talking about a second or first, but a third round pick.
Like a third to fifth round pick. If you can pull something off like that, like cool.
Yeah. Wait.
You know what I mean?
The fact is, there's not a lot of good right tackles out there. They're going to scheme it up. Illuminor so it doesn't get ran through, bro. There's only so much scheming you can do when the first game of the season, Khalil Mack is going to be there.
Like, I'm gonna be honest, bro. With how stout their line is, like they got a dude up the middle that's kind of good. I think his name is Meebane or something like that. Like, I want to say on their defensive tackle.
Yeah, Brandon, he's okay.
I'm just saying that I thought he was a serviceable defensive tackle, and they had Bosa, and now they have Mack. So it's like, this is the thing with having two good outside edge guys is they're gonna make the inside push that much better because you have to account for at least one of the two of them on probably a double team situation or chipping off with a tight end or a running back. Like, damn near on every play, I feel like, if you're passing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and bro, and that's the thing, Jamal Williams, you're right. Who is out there is all I'm saying. The thing I'm saying is it's not about who's out there. It's about making a way to bring somebody who a bad team is willing to part with. Because at this point, you're not gonna find a guy that you're gonna be able to depend on just on a scrap heap. You're not gonna find that guy. So you gotta go out there and leverage some draft capital for a team who is building towards the future and bring a guy back from a team who is like in a situation where they're rebuilding.
I
Because
agree.
rebuilding will take some draft capital from a team
I agree.
to kind of kick the can down the street.
Well, it's going to be the bottom barrel teams, but then it's like, do we necessarily, I don't know. It's hard.
It's definitely hard, man. Pause.
It's hard finding somebody who's in a situation where they, like, for example, we know the Seahawks are trying to tank at this point, right? So it's like, but it's like, who's their right tackle? I don't even know who their fucking right tackle.
The Seahawks have a worse offensive line than we do. So
that's what I'm saying. So it's like to get a perfect storm like that of a team that's going downhill but has a solid right tackle that's willing to give up some draft capital, you know what I mean, for a serviceable guy or above average guy right now. You know what I mean? Like,
see, and this is my issue. Who all ate the vagina? That's a goated name. Who all ate the vagina? That is a goated name. I have to make
sure. Where is it at?
That's the guy's YouTube name. That's all day. Bring back Khalif Barnes.
We met Khalif Barnes at the
Khalif Barnes business. He been retired for. Come on, bro.
I know.
Right side offensive line. We have receivers now, but no offensive line. In years past, it was the other way around. I know it's ham, no burger.
You know what? It's funny. You know what? That's true, bro. Like, there was a little while where our offensive line was solid as fuck, and we had some serviceable.
Yeah, we had like Andre Holmes and fucking Seth Roberts at wide receiver. Like,
yeah, and so it's like, I don't know, man. Like, do we run heavy and then do quick 3-step drops? You know what I'm saying? Or
I think the situation dictates the plan of attack, and that's how these guys coach. It's a week-to-week league. I'm 100%. Not worried about that so much, right?
100%.
Nicholas,
I'm just saying, week one, like, specifically.
Week one specifically, they're gonna have to run a lot of jump. They're gonna have to line up whoever the backup guard is or something, and have max protection a lot of times to deal with.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking week one, we need to run heavy, depend on the run, try to control time of possession. If we pass the ball, get the ball out quick so Derek Carr's not getting fucking blown up in the backfield, and trusting our defense to hopefully make some turnovers, bro.
Let's see, brother.
Don't get me wrong. I know Eckler's stout, and I know that young man over there, Justin Herbert, is the truth. I've been saying that since he came out his rookie year.
Yeah,
but with how pass heavy that they are and how much that they throw, there's a lot of potential opportunity for some interceptions, bro.
Yeah,
where my edge can get to the quarterback, bro. Like,
yeah, let's hope they can though, But let me get to some of these chats, man. A wasted and B. This question for both of you. What's up with Darren Williams? I said this earlier in the live, and I said this on Doc's show. We've been saying this the whole offseason. They must not be high on Darren Williams, and a lot of people in the league must not be high on Darren Williams. And it's something that's going on that people that are in the know in the National Football League know about with Darren Williams, either mentally or his drive to play the game or his asking price. Because if Darren Williams was so great, there are a lot of teams that are hurting and need help on the interior and the exterior of the offensive line, and he's been sitting out there and nobody's taken a whiff yet.
I was gonna say, there's nothing much I really, more I have to add to that. We've been talking to him on your channel and on Duck's channel for a while, so
yeah, we
I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yo, Wasting, get Gruden up in here. Let's see what he got to say. I'm sure he has a good plan for. I'm gonna ask Mr. Gruden if he's gonna pull up a little later, my brother. Hard conversation. Wasted. Most of these cats don't know how it feels to see the Raiders in the Super Bowl. Those of us who do want that feeling again like crazy.
100%.
Yo, and they'll see what I mean at the end of the season, bro. I hope you're right, my brother.
You know what? I've been saying this for a while, like this offseason. Like, the odds, like for a futures bet for the Raiders to win the Super Bowl right now is you put up $100, and for every $100 you put up, you get 4 bands back. So you put up $500 on the Raiders winning the Super Bowl, you're gonna get 20 bands if they do win the Super Bowl, bro.
So and that's the shit we need to hear, bro. This is the shit
And
we need.
so, I started paying attention a lot more to, like, since I've been out in Vegas and shit, different parlays, different future bets, different things like that. So, like, don't get me wrong, like, there's teams with more money to be made, and there's teams with less that probably have a better odds. But, like, from my standpoint and how we look at how our roster's looking and everything, Mitch. In fact, when I was talking to Mitch the other day, right, he was saying that he made a parlay bet that the Raiders win the AFC West, and that Derek Carr wins the MVP. And he goes, think about this. If Derek Carr does win the MVP, then most likely we did win the AFC West.
Yeah.
So he's like, I think he said he put up like $10 on a parlay. But
that's easy money right there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if Derek Carr can get back to 2016 and or better form, like, we're gonna win the AFC West and potentially the whole AFC at that point.
I don't like the Keelan Cole hunt. I don't either, bro, but I like the fact that they kept Brittain Brown, brother. You're wasted. We know Carr is the most underrated QB in the AFC West, but who was the most overrated QB in the AFC West? His name is Justin High Stakes Herbert. Justin Herbert has all the measurables. Justin Herbert looks the part, but is he the part? Justin Herbert hasn't been in the league long enough for people to crown him like that. Now, I know he has a lot of talent, but I think that people are elevating him to a level where they're saying that, he's going to lead the league in touchdown passes and stuff like that. And Mr. Patrick Mahomes is still in Kansas City. Aaron Rodgers is still in the National Football League. Joe Burrow, which they try to say he's better than Joe Burrow, and I would beg to differ. I'm telling you, a lot of people are overrating Justin Herbert, man.
I don't overrate him, but I do think he's, like, for how young he is, and, like, his potential upside on a long term, like, bro, like, this is only his third year, and he could be very dominant for the next 10+ years in the league, bro, with how young he is, and if he keeps up with the same trajectory that he has. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Yo, Kenny, wasted. What can we do to get a damn right tackle? The only thing we can do is mortgage the future and trade draft capital. That's the only thing I could see happening, because you have to go and do square business with people. Nobody's going to just give you these players, right? So you got to kind of circle teams who are willing to play ball with you, who are bad football teams, because there's not going to be any help out there on the waiver wire. The only help that we think is a guy named Ndamukong Suh. Now, Ndamukong Suh's been sitting there. He's another year older, and he's been inactive the whole offseason.
And that's another thing, too, is like,
wait, hold up. J-Ski, wasted. Herbert is better than Burrow. His defense got him to the Super Bowl. Go look at Burrow's playoff stats. They're not bro. Look, man. I'm gonna have to agree to disagree with you, J-Ski. I do not think that Justin Herbert is better than Joe Burrow.
I don't know, bro. Like, Herbert, like, he had a couple good games, bro, throwing, like, I want to say 400 yards, 3+ TDs. Like, Herbert isn't, like,
no, he's that deal, but he's a little overrated. Like, people say Russell Wilson is overrated. Now, Russell Wilson is a former Super Bowl MVP.
When you asked that question earlier, and I'm not trying to diss on Russ, because he has the accolades. He's a Super Bowl champ. Like, he's very proven in the league. But my question is transitioning into a new team, and I think somebody else said, was it you or somebody else I was talking to about, like, the weapons? Like, is Judy and Sutton better than DK Metcalf and Lockett? And that's
yeah, that's what I was saying. Yes, and I was right. And I think that the problem with Russell Wilson is that Russell Wilson had a dinosaur being his head coach. He didn't want to acquiesce to Russell Wilson and let him add to what was going on. I think Russell Wilson still has a lot of football left.
But that's what I'm saying. Are the Broncos going to draw up a playbook and plays that are going to play to Russell Wilson's strengths, and are they going to keep him, healthy and basically, from not getting sacks and shit like that? You know what I'm saying? So
let's see what they do. Yo, Rejan, you right. Wasted, you are my age. How could you not say the 2001 offensive line is the best in your lifetime? Because you know what the thing about that is, man, and that line was great with Wiz and all of them. Problem is, man, I just think about Barrett
Hey,
Robinson, bro, and it
hey,
fucks. What's up, brother?
hey, Wasted. Let me
Hey, man,
I'm gonna
listen, bro. Thank you for pulling up, bro.
no, hey, I appreciate you having me on, brother. I really do.
Yo, B, always a pleasure, my brother. Peace, my bro.
All right, bro.
Yo, now, my guys, my brother B in a place to be. FAKC. Russ overrated, huh? He's better than Carr. Yup. FAKC, how did you sneak your way back into the chat? You have been jettisoned and banned from the Raider Nation. Yo, since we got rid of Keelan Cole, does this make our wide receivers even weaker? I mean, yeah, I think he's a good player, but at the end of the day, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not worried about our wide receiver room. That's the one thing we don't have to worry about as of right now, unless we have an injury. And you can go out and get a wide receiver very, very quickly. There are guys out there. I am worried about the trenches. I'm going to say it till I get blue in the face, man. After today, we have $16.5 million in cap space left. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with that and how they structure Waller if he does get a new contract. Well, I'm going to tell you something, man. Darren Waller has picked up the services of one Drew Rosenhaus. So now that he has Drew Rosenhaus, the deal's going to get done. Drew Rosenhaus is a kingmaker, and he's a guy who definitely knows how to do square business around the National Football League, man. Like damn Leatherwood's been hot garbage, but just to cut him when we still got to pay that contract, you think they would have put him as a backup and wait for a team with injuries or something to trade him for us. Maybe get something for him. Steve Rigo, that's what I thought, man, but I guess these guys want to get the bad juju out of the building. All of the Gruden bullshit, get it out of here. Wasted, are you feeling better? Wasted is feeling, I'm feeling pretty good, bro. I'm feeling a lot stronger, man. Thank you, my brother. Denver's receivers are not better than DK or Lockett, but his team has the most talent since his Super Bowl year on the defensive side of the football. I'm going to add to your super, bro. And that's what I was saying. That you're right on time with what I was saying. I'm worried about Eckler breaking out for big runs when our linebackers getting beat in the passing game. Bro, I'm worried about that. I'm not really so much our linebackers. I'm more so worried about up front, man. I am worried about up front. So we had a hard time containing them last year when we had Farley. Somebody asked me earlier what's up with Darius Farley. Darius Farley is not ready. Physically, he's not. I saw him running. His knee is still like mashed potatoes right now. He's healing. Hopefully, Darius Farley heals up by the middle of the season. He's back on track. Wasted. What do you think if Carr underperforms this year? I'm not sold on him. If he underperforms, then we'll unpack that when it happens. But I got to remain positive. I don't like this notion in the nation that if you criticize Derek, that you're not a Raider fan. That's not true. We just want the best for him and want the best for this team. And if he is the thing that's holding us back, then we should all be critical and be fair of him. But as of right now, I think Derek Carr is definitely not the thing holding us back. I think Derek Carr deserves the respect that when we go into the season, he's our guy. We believe in him. We give him grace. We give him credit. And hopefully he plays up to the level that we expect of him. And I think he probably will, man. Wasted. I told you that Carr just need time to play with his toys and his O-line. Hitman Raider. Yeah, you did. You definitely did, my brother. Bros, Devontae Adams is on our 53-man roster. I know, right? It's unbelievable. Carr to throw more in. Nah, I don't think so, bro. That's one thing Carr doesn't do. He doesn't throw. He might fumble, but he don't throw a lot of interceptions, my brother. That means you don't know football. FAKC is just hurt over not having the best or the second best wide receiver in the league. Yeah, man. He a little hurt over losing Tyreek Hill. Derek Carr has been our light in the dark lately. Got to respect DC. Yeah, you got to give DC some respect, man. Waller, big deal coming ASAP. I heard that. Naaman Watson, my brother, thank you. And pause as well because you said coming. Wait, DC better be good with the three-headed monster. Pause, John Back. Pause. Wow. You are out of pocket right now. OP would be more worried about our wide receiver core if we kept Keelan. See, OP, you don't like Keelan Cole, and I am not going to deal with the Keelan Cole slander here. I hope our offense cuts out firing, not playing our big boys, even a series in preseason. We got a brutal first 5 games. You got to understand, it's 17 games now, bro. There's no reason. These guys have been playing football a long time. They're in shape. They understand the offense. They're going to be ready to roll. Surge 1, Charger fan here, but can't wait for week 1. Going to be a good game. Surge, welcome, my brother. Hit that bell. Subscribe, even though you're a Charger fan. You're all welcome. You're welcome. You're all welcome. like Frank White. I'm one. I'm posted at SoFi. That is a fact. Antonio Ramirez. We kept Bolton out for what? Because he's older and he's proven and they know what they got with him. Who? How much I bench? Man, right now, bro, I don't know. You know what? I'm going to go down in the basement and I'll let you know, my brother. Stafford threw the most interceptions last year, and Burrow had a horrible line. Maybe a bad line and interceptions together is the recipe for something special. That's fucking hilarious, yo. G-Town, my guy, man. Thank you for the $5 super. Getting pounded up the middle is something I'm not looking forward to. G-Town, relax. You're speeding, bro. Now, I hope that you're not saying this for personal information, bro. But I know we talking football. I'm fucking with you, G-Town. Thank you for the $5 super. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that neither, bro. I need the Raiders to be stout, bro. Bruh, DC had the number one of this caliber ever. He's never had a top 5 wide receiver. Now he got a top one. Pause. Wait. Yo, thanks for that. Shout out. Respect. Antonio Riz, no problem, my brother. Thank you, man. Josh got some play we haven't seen. First 6 games, we will go off. I hope you are right. Robert Cisneros, my brother. My brother. Curious about how much I benched too. Bro, look, I got to go down there, man. I mean, look, when I was in the gym like crazy before COVID, you know what I mean? I'm getting old. I was maxing out at like 350. You know what I mean? But now I got to go down in there. I got to see. You know, like right now when I work out, you know, I work out at like 225. You know what I mean? I'm getting older, bro. I don't do all that ego lifting no more. So I got to see. And even when I was maxing out at 350, that really wasn't my max. But I'm getting old, bro. My shoulders and shit are fucked up from years and years and years, bro. I really don't try to lift super, super heavy anymore, brother. Yo, we had to keep coaches who will give us the best chance to win. We Monday morning quarterback on Saturday. Everybody chill. That's right, man. Wasted. What's the word of the day? My brother, Raider Hippie, man. You missed the word of the day today, man. Yeah, I said the word of the day earlier. We've been on so damn long. I got to get off soon, man. It's crazy. Pause. But I got to find the wasted word of the day, man. Because it was about John Gruden, man. Where's it at, man? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm looking at it. Damn it. Was this it? It wasn't despondent. It wasn't infinitesimal. What was the wasted word of the day today, guys? I used it and I forgot. No, that wasn't it. I think it's up a little higher. It's not plethora, because a plethora of players have been released. It's not devoutness. It's not quintessential either. Guys, what was the wasted word of the day? You got to let me know. The wasted word of the day is gone. I have so many of them up here. I upload them and I use them based off of, you know, what we're talking about for the day, man. So I got to find the wasted word of the day, man. I am effing up out here in these streets, bro. I'm effing up. But you know what, y'all? Look, man. We got to pull this train back into the track, man. We've been going for hours strong. Injudicious. Thank you, GA Patriot. Injudicious. Thank you. The Equinox has to be stronger than ever. Thank you. Injudicious. Thank y'all. You're wasted. And B, this question for both. B's gone. What 3 teams are looking at our schedule are the biggest threats to us this season? Bro, I think all 3 of them teams reside in the AFC West. And that's the most important thing because of how tough the AFC is. We have to make sure that we have a great, divisional record. And to be quite honest with you, those are our 3 biggest matchups. It's always the division, yo. You're wasted. Andy Ruiz, Luis Ortiz, who you got? I got Andy Destroyer Ruiz, man. Andy Ruiz is a guy that has a great amateur background. He's young. He's focused. And, yo, Ortiz is getting old, man. Ortiz is a Cuban fighter, man, that's probably lying about his age, saying he's still in his 30s. The guy looks like he's 46 years old. Andy Ruiz by a mile, my brother. Wait, hold on. This sucks. I wish JC was here, to be honest, man. If we can't beat the Chargers without JC, we don't know. We don't deserve to beat them. Been bad, my bad. Injudicious. Thank you for the $1.99 super chat. The thought bots, report them all. Get them out of here. But yo, guys, listen. Thank y'all for pulling up on Raider Nation Unlimited. We going to an hour and a half, man. We've been going strong, crazy today, man. It's been a great show, man. Thank you, man, for pulling up, man. We will be back at it. The season is in full swing. The Raider Equinox is upon us. When there's new news coming out, we will be back at you, as always, every single day, yo. Love y'all, man. Pull up tomorrow and pull up every day after that, man. Peace. And if you haven't subscribed, please get your brother Wasted to 5,000, bro. Please. But the thought bots are out of control, y'all. Good night. Y'all have a good night, man. Love y'all, man. Peace.